Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Compstegnathus. Now, this is a hybrid between two dinosaurs. I almost said Stygimoloch. Stegosaurus and Compstegnathus. Now, I know I said in a previous video that I wasn't really a big fan of hybrids, in terms of the Jurassic Park franchise. I'm not a big fan of the Indoraptor, I'm not a big fan of the Indominus Rex, and I still stand by that, but at least with the Indominus Rex and Indoraptor, they don't just feel like these, hybrid dinosaurs, something stupid like Stegoceratops or anything like that. They feel like, actual dinosaurs that, could have existed, but at the same time, they still kind of give off that hybridish feel. They're not as stupid as something like this, but again, I'm still not a big fan of hybrids. Also, I like the Compstegnathus. I just don't like, the whole hybrids thing that was around, 1998. And for all you Jurassic World fans who don't know, hybrids have been a thing since 1998. Alright, I'm sorry to sound like that guy, but in a way, hybrids have been a thing since the first novel, but I'm not going to talk about that. We're just talking about this figure and why it's not the best in my opinion, so yeah. Anyway, with all that rambling out of the way, let's get into this video. So first, we'll start off with the paint, and the paint on this figure is, again, it's chaotic, and I'm not a big fan, but that's kind of what they're going for, so I guess it's okay. So, most of the body is kind of like this, a cyanish greenish color. I'm not 100% sure of what you'd want to call this, but yeah. Anyway, the limbs are black, and we have the JP logo right here. This is number 19 with another DNA strand right here. We have a yellow line going from the neck all the way to the tail, which actually kind of reminds me of the Indoraptor. But yeah, we also have a bit of yellow for the Stegosaurus plates right here. The eyes are painted orange with no pupils. The teeth are yellow, and we have bits of blue all around the face, as well as black. The middle plate right here is painted orange, as well as this little button right here. We'll talk about why that is in a second, but for right now we're talking about the paint. And, oh yeah, there's a bit of blue underneath the tail right here. And that's pretty much it in terms of paint. Again, it's chaotic. It's not really my thing, but at the same time, that's what they were kind of going with because of the whole chaos effect thing. So, yeah, I don't really mind. So, the paint gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure is basic, once again. The tail can spin 360. It's not supposed to, but it does. The arms can move forward this much and backwards that much. Not so much this one, because it's kind of posed in a way that you can't really move it too much. But the legs can move backwards about this much, and forwards about that much for this leg, and that much for this leg. The mouth can open, and if you push this cleverly hidden spine right here, you can get an orange tongue. And that doesn't look right at all. To me, that just looks like a cattle prod, basically. It doesn't look like a, frog tongue or anything like that, or a snake tongue. It just looks kind of like something metal, but that's just me. And anyway, you push this button to bring that back in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. It's not bad. It's basic, but again, it's not bad, so it gets a pass, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, now I'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpt on this figure is, well, to say the least, the sculpt is kind of cartoonish, but that's what they're going for, because, in case you don't know, Chaos Effect was an unreleased animated TV show that was supposed to come out in 1998, and it was going to feature, the Compstegnathus. I don't know how that would have played out, I don't know how they would have just, ran around wild on Isla Sorna, but, Compstegnathus, I guess, so, yeah. And there are a lot of weird hybrids like this. There's the, Spinomargus, I think it's called, Amargispinus, between an Amargasaurus and Spinosaurus. There was Paradeinonychus, which was a hybrid between Parasaurolophus and Deinonychus. And then there was Velociraptrix, which was a hybrid between Archaeopteryx and Velociraptor. And so on and so forth. So, the reason why I bring that up is because this figure does look cartoonish, and there's not much in terms of sculpt here. It's stylized really well, and it definitely looks like something out of an animated TV show. Actually, something I want to point out, this actually reminds me of Zilla from the 1998 animated Godzilla series, which, in my opinion, I think is better than the movie, but that's just me. If you want to disagree with me, go right ahead, but yeah. I still hate the show, but yeah. So, yeah, this Zilla-looking figure is okay looking. I guess there's not much in terms of sculpt except for the fact that this is just, you know, cartoonish, so, yeah. It's alright in terms of sculpt. It's not the best, but it's still alright, so it gets a pass, so, yeah. Anyway, now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is, again, okay. Because this is based off of a cartoon, there's not going to be a lot of detailing going on, but there's still some. Like, for example, we have a rib cage right here. We have somewhat, you know, musculature right here, which looks alright. Also for the arms. Also, something I forgot to point out. Mine is missing a couple of fingers, as you can see here. So, yeah. The detailing for the head looks alright. And the toe claws look good. Yeah, there's not much in terms of detailing. Again, I understand that this is, you know, because this is based off of a cartoon that was unreleased, but again, that doesn't excuse the fact that there's no articulation, there's no detailing on this thing. So, or there is, but there's very little of it, so yeah. So, the detailing on this figure, it doesn't get a pass. Again, I know it's like cartoonish and I know that's what it's supposed to be, but at the same time, yeah, I'm sorry. The detailing does not, you know, it doesn't get a pass. So, yeah. At the end of the day, should you get this figure? I don't know. If you like hybrids or if you like, you know, anything like the 1998 Godzilla animated series, then I guess get this figure. I don't think this figure is very expensive. I believe it's like, out of box, I believe it's like probably 20 or so bucks. I'm not 100% sure. I got this figure for very cheap, which is why I got it, so yeah. So, I guess if you can find this figure for a cheap price, then definitely go for it. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if you want to know how big this figure is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.